Hello students and welcome to Parallel Circuits. So you see at the very top we're going to build a circuit today. We're going to use three resistors. We're going to use 220 ohms, 330 and 470. I've drawn a little graphic up here to show you what the proto board would look like when we build that. We're just going to use a 6-volt lantern battery. And if you look here you can see that here's a schematic drawing of that with my 6 volts applied there. And I want to calculate total resistance. So remember when we're building a parallel circuit and we're doing calculations, we're using the reciprocal formula. That's what I have written down here. The RT is equal to the 1 over the reciprocals of these three resistors. When you do that, your total resistance is 103 ohms. One of the ways to remember this is that your total resistance is smaller than the smallest resistor. In this case, the smallest resistor is 220 ohms. My total resistance is less than that, so this looks like I'm on the right track. And then using Ohm's law and Watt's law, I can calculate the volts, amps, ohms, and watts. Remember the voltage is the same here. It's the 6-volt lantern battery, so it's 6 volts everywhere. And then we have the ohmic values of the resistors given, and I can calculate the current using Ohm's law. And once I have the current and the voltage, I can calculate the watts. So I want you to realize that current is all going to add up here in parallel circuits, and that's why it's called a current divider, because my current divides up among these resistors and it correlates to the size of the resistor. So let's take a look at some of these other pictures I have. We built this circuit. I said the total resistance would be about 103 ohms. We have 105 measured. If you can look, I'm using my bus lines on my proto board. Very top I'm using the red bus lines, and on the bottom the part closest to use I'm using the blue bus lines. We'll measure across there. I'm measuring 105 ohms, so that's right within the ballpark. And then when I look at my applied voltage, this is a new battery from the dollar store, is I have my voltage applied across R1, or in the bus lines actually. I'm measuring voltage. I'm measuring from the top to the bottom. And I'm measuring 6.33 volts, so that's a good sign there. And then we measured current. I think I calculated somewhere around 658, 59 milliamps. So we're right there in the ballpark. So we measured 56.9 milliamps. And this is how you would build this circuit and do measurements. It's pretty straightforward. And we're going to talk about troubleshooting in our next video.